Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Peace. I'm with the Footsteps to Peace. I'm a psychic astrologer and an intuitive life coach. If you are interested in a personal reading, please feel free to check the description box down below. There you'll find the link to my website, thefootstepstopeace.com. Also, like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and hit that notification bell so you can be updated the next time I post a video. All right, let's just see. Oh, never-ending story. It's just getting old. You are constantly having to hear about the past. You're constantly, or maybe you're the one talking about the past or having to deal with the past, and it just keeps coming back in. It's a never-ending story, and you're tired. You don't want to deal with it anymore, and I don't blame you. Number 37, that's a 10. 37 breaks down into a 10. 10 is endings, finalizations, completions. No more self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary drama. No more. There is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It is the old story whose refrain is that you cannot do this, must not go there, should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. Today, know that none of this is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, wants to protect you, and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrative is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. Relationship message says, sometimes your heart enters into a contract with another that results in pain, not because of abuse or neglect, but for other more complex reasons. Shame, fear of intimacy, and low self-esteem are the greatest challenges to the success of a relationship. Consider how valuable this knowledge is, however. Right now, you have an opportunity for important healing, but you must reflect on the stories you weave about love, connection, abandonment, rejection, and loneliness. Not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old ones. Have compassion for the part of you that believes all those narratives. None of them were ever true anyway. So, it's like it can't affect you anymore, but yet it still does. The past is just that, the past. I get so sick and tired of when people want to bring up the past in my life. It is bullshit to me. You know why the rear view mirror is so much smaller than the windshield? Because you're not going that way. Stop turning around. Stop talking about the old stories. They're not here anymore. They can't hurt you anymore unless you allow them to. Unless you keep bringing them up and going over them. And when you do that, you're making yourself late for everything else that the universe has in store for you. It's kind of sad, you guys. I'm not surprised, though, because we do have Venus in retrograde, and we also have Mercury in retrograde. So this is going over the past. And then we just had that full moon in Cancer, which is the past, okay? Cancer rules the past. So, yep, there we go. Karma, there it is. Final judgment. No more. Never-ending story. I will no longer allow this to affect me in my life. Karma, done. That would normally be the judgment card. And the judgment says there's a final judgment here. And the next card out, we got the High Priestess. One more card. Secrets, secrets of the past coming out. Six of Wands. Yeah, and the Devil. There it is. Look at this. We've got healing right underneath that. We have the Temperance card. So needing to have patience, but, needing to heal as well. And we've got this, the angel and the devil. And this is the shadow side. This is having to look back at the past. And there's a lot of darkness here. So this is a lot of old stuff, that is coming to the surface for you to heal. And I feel like there is a major victory at the end of the day. It's like, you're wanting to be celebrated. You're wanting to be, you've done so well at overcoming everything that has happened to you in the past. You now have your own intuition. You can go within. Secrets have been revealed. But it's almost like there's this black magic that keeps playing at you. It's like someone here is constantly playing in this black magic. And it's like they want to do you harm. And, you know, whether that's consciously, subconsciously, this person, but I mean, it's not going to happen. I will tell you that right now with the Six of Wands. You know, you got to be careful with this because some people are only doing it for the appreciation of other people. You know, so say, you know, it's you and your family, you know, and it's your kids are doing this, you know, for the sake of, you know, their mom or their dad, you know, maybe they need their approval or something. So they go after you and they do things to trigger you in order to get the approval of someone else. Or, you know, it's at school, you know, we're at school, we have a friend and all of a sudden, you know, you guys have a little bit of falling out. They make friends with someone else and they, you know, pick on you just to, you know, make themselves look bigger than what they are. Okay. It's ridiculous, but I am seeing this sense of like black magic here, this darkness, and I feel, you know, there's a lot of darkness here when I have the devil and the karma card, you know, the shadow side, the karma card, and the high priestess. That's a lot of subconscious work there, you know, that's a lot, you know, but having this temperance card here, it's saying just have patience. And for some of you, you're done having patience. You're done dealing with that kind of shit. You're like, I'm getting on my horse and I'm riding away. Like, I'm just done. I don't blame you, man. You know, you're like, am I ever going to get my return on my investment? And if I'm not, you know, then I'm going to go elsewhere. You know, for a lot of you, you know, after everything that you've been through, you decided to become a teacher. You know, because of our circumstances, that's what happens. You know, out of the darkness comes the light. And the only way to be able to teach it is to go through it. You know, people think, oh, you know, I got to go, you know, to a counselor, or I got to go, you know, become a counselor and, you know, read a lot of books and take a test. And then everybody will know what I'm talking about. And the universe is like, no, the test was life, you know? The test was life. And that's what it really boils down to is you've gone through a lot of experiences in your life and they keep trying to rear their ugly little heads. And it's sad. It is really sad for the people who are doing that. But like I said, there is a victory overcoming, you know, heartache. And for some of you, you know, it's like there's this gossip that surrounds you. And you're just done. You're like, I'm not dealing with this shit no more. You know, I'm okay by myself. You know, look at that. It's like she can stand by herself. If everybody else, you know, maybe this is 3 people who are constantly gossiping about you. They're gossiping about you. But at the end of the day, look at you. You know, you're beautiful. You have everything that you need. You stand alone. And, you know, these people, you know, it's their pain, their misery. Now, whether that's, you know, family, that could be friends, that could be anyone. You're overcoming this. You're like, you know, my victory is walking away from all of this. You know, I'm okay with being alone. The high priestess, you know, she it's like she holds in a lot of secrets, but at the same time, she's willing to share those secrets if you're willing to listen. She doesn't just come out and tell you, hey, this is what happened, or this is what's going on. You have to be in the right place. And sometimes the high priestess never shares her secrets. Yeah, you're wanting to move on. You're done. You're moving on from the past. It's funny because then somebody comes in to try and block you. It's like, again, there's this 3, the theme of 3 here. We've got 3 here. We've got the 3 swords in the ground here. We've got, you know, the man and the 2 horses there. We've got the high priestess and the 2 pillars. We've got the 3 of swords here. We've got the 3 of cups here. A lot of theme of 3 here, you guys. There's so much 3. But it is. It's like as you're moving forward and you're doing really well, all of a sudden this thing comes back in. It's like skirt. And you're like, whoa, I don't want to deal with this shit. You know, you're always waiting for something to come out of the woodwork. You know, come out from behind this, you know, scenes. Like somebody is like, you know, always around the corner. And I'm telling you, I feel like this is like a black magic type of a thing. In some of your, not everybody's going to have black magic, okay? But black magic is constantly thinking negative thoughts about someone. You're defending yourself against someone. There's been someone in your past, and like I said, multiple people in your past, and it could have derived from this one specific individual. One specific individual has ravished so much of your existence, and it's like, you have this. You're all about perseverance. You're all about blocking this King of Wands. The King of Wands is connected to the devil. So it's like I said, this person wanting to have some type of control over you. Look at how the King of Wands is just sitting there like, there it is. But you're standing your ground, and you're like, absolutely not. He thinks he's winning, but really, in all actuality, he only has one wand. You have 9. World card, the end. This is the end. You're like, absolutely not. I'm not letting this person from the past come in and continue to, like, I don't want to talk about him anymore. I don't want to think about him anymore. It's a never-ending story. It's gotten old. I don't want to do this anymore. 37, 10, done. And if that means that I've got to cut out, right now this is about relationships. With Venus in retrograde, Venus rules relationships, okay? And what ones have thought that they had that much power and control over you, and it's time that you take your power back. This is about relationships, though. And the ones that are here to help and to be, to bring some type of sustenance in your life. For some of you, this person had an addiction issue, or some of them, it's just an addiction issue to the past, to glorifying the past. That's the addiction, is the past. Spirit, what advice do you have for this reading? Whoa, there it is. Yeah, all tied up. You're trying to untie yourself from the past. You're like, I'm done. All tied up, 23. Oh, wow, I just opened it right up to it, too. Lack of motion or sense of freedom. It's like you're feeling stuck. But this card came out in the reverse, and it says, this card reversed is telling you that the ties that bind are about to break loose. A previous stuck situation is opening up, and the restrictions are clearing out. This card also indicates that you are ready to break free from the habits and patterns that have kept you tied up for so long. Get ready to free yourself. You have all the power and clarity at this point, so untie the binds of the patterns that have stopped you from being authentic and empowered. Now is the time to liberate yourself. That's how you became the High Priestess. And because of that, you've got a victory. And you're coming into new friendship groups, and you had to grieve the stuff from the past, but it was time for you to move on. You're like, nah, I'm good. I'm not dealing with this shit no more. You're taking action. You're moving forward. I'm done. I've learned all there is to learn from this situation. For some of you, you got jobs coming in. Got jobs coming in. You got money coming in. Celebrations. But it's because you're done. You're done dealing with this stuff. Yeah. You're done playing with this. It came up in the reverse. You're done. You're done even playing around in this energy. Yep, free yourself. It is time for you to take back control of your life. It's time. You're done playing in this realm with these children. Karma is here. You're seeing someone here get their karma for all the shitty things that they've done to you. That they did it for you. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Yeah, moving forward. And you've had trust issues. It's been really hard for you to trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Well, it's hard to have faith when you got the devil sitting right up above it. It's like this person continues to come in and affect you. And they might not even be around, but they're still affecting you. It's just old. Never-ending story. Oh my God, is this ever going to be over? Is this ever going to be enough? Am I ever going to be enough? Is this going to continue to move on? You know, like I'm ready for something new in my life. You know, I'm ready to free myself. I'm ready to learn a new lesson. And in order for that to happen, karma comes in and it's like, okay, this is it. Final horn, final whistle. Done. No more. I'm ready to go out and find real love. Overcome this heartache. I'm done leaving my heart in this cage and leaving it in a wounded space. Like I'm ready to find victory. You know, it's almost like fortune after difficulty. I think in the end, there will be some type of reconciliation, but you guys are going to have to overcome some of this pain. And that means with some of the people in the past that, you know, maybe took sides. But Cupid's arrow does strike again. And listen, if there's any type of apologies, it's a never-ending story. Stop listening to these bullshit apologies and start watching their actions. You'll know. Trust me. Actually, I want these ones. Spirit, please show me their love. Too many cards. Be authentic. Be real and true to who you are and how you feel. Be authentic. This is the first time I've gotten this card at all. I've never even seen this card. This is beautiful. Be authentic. That's what this whole thing has been about. Number 39, which is a 3. This is communication. Communicating authentically. Authenticity is important in all relationships. Sometimes it might seem easier to stifle your feelings and do something you normally wouldn't do. Be candid and be who you truly are. Accept others for who they are and don't feel the need to change yourself or anyone else. Your confidence may not be where it needs to be, or you may have lost the ability to connect with yourself. You have adapted yourself to fit into someone else's ideas or given up your choices to make another happy. Stop hiding and allow your true self to be seen. Recognize your needs, your emotions, and your joys. Take care of yourself so that you can present the real you in mind, body, and spirit. This includes taking care of your health. Get plenty of sleep, rest, manage your stress, and make sure you are eating well. A woman wearing a white swan as her hat is before you. A swan is a sign of optimism and assurance. This is showing you a fresh start where you can be seen for who you really are. The lizards in the tree are a reminder to ground yourself. They suggest increased sensitivity and self-awareness. Be in harmony with your thoughts and feelings and mindful of your actions. Stop trying to fit in someone else's box. You know, it's almost like when, and I get this one all the time. Like, I'll say that, you know, somebody will be telling me a story about myself, and I'm like, that didn't happen. And they'll start screaming at me because it doesn't meet the narrative of what they've been taught to believe about me. So they want to fight it, and they want to defend their story. That when I'm telling them the truth of what really happened, I'm made out to be the asshole. And I see that here in this reading as well, with the shadow side here and the never-ending story. And, you know, whoever this is for, you will overcome it. It's almost like, you know, when they say, oh, your children will understand when they're older. Yeah, they'll understand when they have their own kids. They'll understand when they'll have their own family. You know, kind of the same thing. Why do you think I have this tattoo on my shoulder? Hug me, kiss me, love me, miss me. People hug me all the time. They kiss me. They tell me they love me. And I tell them the truth. I'm like, okay. And then, like, I get done. And then all of a sudden, you know, a few months, you know, a couple of years later, all of a sudden they're like, hey, I miss you. And I'm like, yeah, I don't care anymore. Like, you know, so don't be that in someone else's game if this is you and you're on the opposite side. Enough is enough. It gets old. Be authentic. Free yourself from anybody or anything that does not allow your authenticity to shine. Anyway, you guys, I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in a personal reading, all my information's in the description box down below. Thank you all for being here. I love you all so very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll chat again later.